Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Dustin.
I'm Wendy.
And this is our review for Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl. Gromit's concerns that Wallace is becoming too dependent on his inventions proves justified when Wallace invents a smart gnome that seems to develop a mind of its own. When it emerges that a vengeful figure from the past might be masterminding things, it falls to Gromit to battle the sinister forces and save his master. This is the sixth Wallace and Gromit movie that they've brought out, and I have to admit, I've always found these movies to be very endearing, very cute, very heartwarming, and plus, I'm always a sucker for just a fun stop-motion movie because I love stop-motion animation. Just watching it and imagining people taking so much time, sweat, and tears to be able to build this animation has always been so impressive to me. And Wallace and Gromit is a great addition to the other five that have been brought out.
Yeah, and for me, Wallace and Gromit, I've, like you said, always found it charming, but I'm also, like, I'm not the person that's like, oh, Wallace and Gromit, I gotta go see it, like, I like it, and when it's available, like, I'm glad it's on Netflix because it makes it easier to be like, oh, I'm here at home, it's the weekend, like, let's sit down and watch, you know, this cute movie over dinner, which is what you and I got to do, which was super nice. But this one I had so much fun with. I think the kind of taking Wallace's almost obsession with his inventions and kind of, you know, trapping him into his, like, inventive mind and forgetting that, like, you can still live life and go about your everyday life without the needs of having a machine or something do it for you. So I like that, you know, the message is there by him inventing these smart gnomes. There's a little bit of that AI, you know, in there, a little bit of that, oh no, Skynet situation. And I like that they were able to throw in a couple of, you know, everyday jokes that we get, such as like, oh, you need to verify that you are a human. And you go through these like CAPTCHA sort of like steps. Like I found all of these jokes really, really funny. I chuckled out loud so many times throughout this film. It was great. But I think even though this is a Wallace and Gromit film, the character that stole every single scene for me is the one and only Feathers McGraw.
And I love it too, because Feather McGraw has no lines whatsoever in this movie. But also, so does the other star, Gromit.
Yeah,
both
that's
of them,
true.
he never has any lines, he never says anything. It's all done by facial expressions, by motion and gesturing, and it's just very endearing to be able to tell this kind of a story with no dialogue. But I love kind of like the fun poking at society kind of commentary that they do in this. It's never really like preachy or, you know, downright kind of like demeaning towards anyone, but it does say a little bit about, you know, our society and how dependent we are on technology when certain things go wrong. And it's always kind of like when you see these moments happen, when you see, because you can, you know, when, like, for example, if Wi-Fi goes out, how immediately terrible everything becomes.
Everybody's complaining about it.
And you're like, remember a time when there was never a thing called Wi-Fi and we still had to find a way to amuse ourselves, but life has become so dependent on technology. How do we live without it now?
Yeah, so it's a nice little message in there. It's a lot of very fun adventures. And I think this one, the stop-motion claymation animators really outdid themselves because when they introduced the smart gnome, there's a whole another element in there that when they included a little bit of a spoiler here, but there is later on many gnomes. And to like animate that and have them, you know, like march. Well, I guess you can say the same thing for some of the like previous Wallace and Gromit films where they have like a large number of like specific things, but I feel like this one everybody has to move in unison, and it's just like I can't imagine how many painstaking hours all of that took, and I just think they did a really good job with it, with like and the lighting and everything, kind of a little bit more of the modern element thrown in there.
Yeah.
I really, really like that a lot.
There was actually a lot of times where I kind of forgot that I was watching stop motion animation because they did such a good job on making it move smoothly, being able to do things that you wouldn't really be able to do in traditional stop motion animation. And they really did kind of crank up the technology and to be able to see where this kind of animation is able to go. I love how they've done that, and I enjoyed watching it immensely.
Yeah, and there you have it. We're going to go ahead and give you guys our rating for Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. If you want to check out the movie couple rating, it's listed for you in the video description below. I had a good time with this. It was way more fun than I was anticipating. Like, I was anticipating a feel-good time, you know, a little chuckle here and there. I was fully into this movie. Like, the second you know, I realized this was going to be about a smart gnome, and it has the potential of it, you know, turning evil,
taking over the world.
Yeah, and then of course you include Feathers McGraw. I was like, oh, sold. Also, I want all the Feather McGraw like merchandise now. Like, I know it, you know, he's the villain, but also so cute.
Yeah,
so cute, nonverbal. Gotta love it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a stream it.
Right there with you. I thought this was such a cute movie, really fun. Get the family together, just watch it, and I'm going to give it a stream it as well.
There you have it. That is our thoughts on Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Let us know your thoughts once you've seen it on Netflix in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.